So now we start the 2017 special normal coins. Now, the first one here is unusual. It is a cent from Philadelphia Mint, and it has the P Mintmark. Nothing uncommon about this cent per se. It was not only in the mint set, but also in circulation. But what is unusual that makes this one particular cent stand out is the fact that this cent has Philadelphia's mint mark on it, the letter P there. And why that's so unusual, as you know, from the beginning, the Philadelphia Mint did not use mint marks. It was for branch mints to have various mint marks, C and D and O, and then S, and then C and D and O disappeared, and then CC for Carson City, and then after that O came back, and then Carson City went away, and all these different mints come and go, but Philadelphia never used its mint mark because it was kind of the main mint. The exceptions, of course, well, the first time they used the P mint mark was on some coins for the Netherlands colonies in 1941. On American coins, however, for our country, home country, that started in mid-1942 when the silver nickels came out and they put this great big letter P over the dome of the Monticello on the silver nickel. After that, 1945, did that. 1946, back to normal, and the P mint mark is not seen again on an American coin until 1979, when the Susie B dollars always have a mint mark, even when they're from the Philadelphia Mint. So instead of blank D, and it also came out from San Francisco, also for circulation, and not in the mint set, by the way, by mistake. So that would have an S. But they would start having the P on there in 1979. This became the precedent for the other denominations to be starting 1980 to have the P mint, the P for the P mint on them. The one exception was the cent, which, whenever from Philadelphia, it never had a mint mark until 2017. So that's kind of neat. Now, moving on to the next category. The next thing released in that year, there it is. All right, is the enhanced mint set. So now this is the 225th anniversary. These are genuine coins. They commemorate, 225th anniversary. It doesn't say anniversary of what. But at any rate, maybe it's the anniversary of maybe the mint making coins. So these are now enhanced. Well, they look more like matte finish to me, but at any rate, there they are. So they're all S mint. Yeah, S mint. There we go, $50. S mint dime. This is, I'm sure it's an S mint dollar, but you probably have to find that on the edge. I'm not going to try to figure that out now. An S mint nickel and an S mint cent. And here we are looking at these from the other side. Same thing. Oh, and look, an enhanced Indian dollar, Sequoyah, United States of America. Oh, it's got some interesting writing here. Can we read this? No, it's probably something meant to reflect something in the Sequoyah tongue. In some way they write that down. He's studying a document. Must be something that they did, but at any rate, they're being commemorated. And then, not instead of the usual big folder, they just simply stuck this coin into this enhanced uncirculated set. Then they also had the quarters. And again, there they are, the 5 coins, and they each have an S on them. They're not silver, but they do have the standard Washington front that you'd see more or less. And on the back, these are 2017s. Iowa, let's see here, New Jersey, Ellis Island. Iowa had what, the effigy bows, huh? Then District of Columbia has the Frederick Douglass place, okay. Missouri has an Ozark Riverways. And Indiana has the George Rogers Clark. So there they were, okay. So that is where they commemorated those. So that did that. Now we think we can squeeze in the next year fairly well. And that is going to be the 2018, which then also comes in this box. Aha, this is where it comes out. Okay. So here we are, the San Francisco Mint Silver Reverse Proof Set, Certificate of Authenticity. And in this case, the occasion actually is fairly well known. Let's see what it says for itself first. For more than 160 years, the United States Mint at San Francisco has played a significant role in producing our nation's coinage. First established as an assay office in 1854, in 1968 it took over most proof coin production from the Philadelphia Mint. A traditional United States Mint proof coin, or in some cases a medal, is a specimen strike for presentation, souvenir, exhibition, or numismatic purposes. Proof coins are made from carefully selected blanks. How they make that, okay. Finally, the special 2018 San Francisco Silver Reverse Proof Set is an exquisite two-lens set with 10 reverse proof coins commemorating the 50th anniversary of the San Francisco Mint's production of proof coins. 7 of the coins, the dime, 5 quarters, and half dollars, are struck in lustrous 90% silver. So these are actually silver coins. Okay. The 2008 San Francisco Mint Silver Reverse Proof Set is a beautiful addition. Okay, and here we are with the specifications of everything and so forth. Let's see. Yeah, who designed these things? A nickel, dimes, half dollar, dollar, Goodacre. Okay. Reverse. Okay. Presidential Coat of Art, Jim Thorpe. We'll get back to him shortly. And here are the designers. And then, let's see, the composition. Copper, mostly zinc, copper metal, copper nickel, and then 90 silver, 10% copper, except for the dollar, which is this manganese, including alloy. Very well. Reeded clay. Okay. Wait a minute here. The dimes reeded, half dollars reeded. Oh, and the quarters are all reeded. Yeah, that makes more sense. Okay. So, and of course our letter of authenticity for the reverse proof set. So, let's take a look at these reverse proofs. Look at that. Every single coin is a beautiful reverse proof. Cent. Oh, see, you can really bring out the detail when you reflect the light off of that while the background is smooth. The nickel, look at that. Nice reverse proof nickel. Yeah, that is a nice view of Jefferson in reverse proof. Look at that. And then the dime. Okay. That's pretty shiny. The quarters. Alright, there they all are. Look at that. And then the $50 and the dollar. There's our usual Sacagawea. Okay, now flipping over to the other side. Again, here's the cent. Nickel. Ooh, that looks pretty cool. Look at that. The dime. Okay. Alright. And the quarters, of course, have all these different national parks from the various states. The pictured rocks from Michigan. Okay. And the Apostle Islands of Wisconsin. Oh, I like that. The textured surface there is still kind of like it's moving water. That's pretty smooth, even while it's not glossy. That's something. Okay. Minnesota Voyageurs. Okay. The Block Island, Rhode Island. Block Island at Rhode Island, huh? Okay. And the Cumberland Island of Georgia. There it is. Finally, finishing up. There's the $50. And there's the dollar. And here, in this case, we honor a very famous Indian, as it turns out he is, named Jim Thorpe, United States of America, or Watto Hook, I guess was his real name among his Indian tribes, who, as it turns out, was a seriously incredible athlete. I don't know the specifics of his athletic career, but from what I gather, it is truly astounding. So that's Jim Thorpe. Again, so instead of doing, again, a whole big folder for the American Indian coin, they just simply stuck one here. Only this time, instead of a enhanced and circulated coin, as it is with all the other ones, this one's a reverse proof for this reverse proof set. And that actually is all there is for 2018, surprisingly enough. Okay, let's squeeze in 2019 here. Now, 2019, we've got several things going on here. First of all, we've got a West Point Special Edition penny collection. And each of these have something in here. They decided, I guess, to just honor the special the West Point Mint. So let's take a look at each one. The envelopes seem to be the same, but the contents will differ. Let's see what we've got in here. Okay, so let's see here. This year of your purchase, a 2009 mint set. So they just threw this in with the mint set and the proof set and also the silver proof set. So we included a special limited edition Lincoln penny as a thank you. So not commemorating any. Each penny has the distinctive W mint mark of the West Point Mint and features either a proof, reverse proof, or uncirculated finish. So let's see, here they all are. West Point Special Edition. Try to get all three. Look for your unlimited. So the proof penny goes with the regular proof set. The reverse proof penny goes with the silver proof set. And the uncirculated penny goes with the uncirculated coin set. Okay. So they don't seem to have bothered with any, whatchamacallit. So here's the coin itself. This is just an uncirculated 2019 W Mint Point penny. Okay. So now the next one, they say the same thing. So let's just put this back away. And this away too. Okay, so this one is obviously the proof penny. Again, it's like the one that would be in the proof set, except Mintmark is W. So, smooth background, cameo foreground. Okay, and there's our reverse, what it should be. And then finally, this was the other and most extraordinary one of all, the reverse proof cent, which goes to the silver penny, well, anyway, the silver reverse proof set, silver proof set. But they have a reverse proof cent. Again, W Mint. Look at that. You really get the quality of the reverse proof coin. And that's just one part. That's the cent. Now the next thing they did, which is rather interesting and unusual, was the quarters. Now this time, there it is. It's a W Mint quarter. These W Mint quarters were not available in any kind of set, mint set or proof set. So the only way to get them was that a small number of them were simply inserted in circulation, and you got to try to find them. So there's Massachusetts, Lowell. Here's the next one. It's the 2019 W. There's our W. And on this one, American Memorial Park at Mariana Islands. So not much there, but it's a nice figure in the picture. And then we have the another W Mint $quarter. And here, this is Guam, War in the Pacific. So you've got some places there that reflect what was going on during the war. So that's pretty cool. One more here. And that would be another W Mint. This is for Texas, the San Antonio missions. Okay, yeah, that's pretty cool. And then finally, one more W Mint $quarter. Circulation only, not found in any mint set or proof set or any bags or anything else. You have to get it from circulation, or at least from somebody who got it. This was the River of No Return in Idaho. So I guess somebody took that river to his own private Idaho. Anyway, goes to the wilderness, and after that, who knows? So that's quite a bit there. And then as if that isn't enough, we got a couple more things from 2019. Well, let's see if we can squeeze these in. I'm going to try. I need a third hand. All right, here we have it. More about the natives. Now this time, this one is about Native Americans in space. Look at that. Oh, wow. Some sort of orbital calculations and everything. That's pretty cool. See, there's an astronaut in a spacesuit, and look at that. All right, and in 2019, enhanced and circulated Native American coin design highlights the contributions of Native Americans to the U.S. space program. Okay, the usual things, the reverse, designed by Emily Darnstra, engraved by Joseph Mena, and it's an enhanced and circulated a certificate of authenticity. But let's take a look at the coin itself. So this is enhanced, but it's kind of neat. It looks sort of like a matte, but I think they do have subtle differences in how some of these things are done. Yeah, that's pretty cool. A little bit more about this. American contributions culminated in the 3 spacewalks of John Harrington from Chickasaw on the International Space Station. There's other pioneering, Mary Golda Ross, who's Cherokee, one of the first female American Indian engineers. She helped develop the Agena spacecraft for the Gemini and Apollo programs. And the first Ross writing calculations behind her. The Atlas Agena rocket launches into space with an equation shown in its cloud. The formula is an example Ms. Ross could have used to calculate the interplanetary space travel, determine the departure plane orbit, and transfer orbit energy. As astronaut walks in space above, symbolic of Native American astronauts like Harrington. Group of stars represents the final frontier. Space, the final frontier. And here we have another Federal Reserve note. And here, series, okay. So there we have that, and so that's pretty cool. And on the front of this is the usual enhanced Sacagawea design. It's always on these. So that's pretty good. Okay, I think we can squeeze in one more. And this is the Apollo 11. So Apollo 11 here, 50th anniversary $50 set. So we have a whole Apollo Saturn missile timeline. Oh wow, look at that. 1966, July, August, January, November. And we're gonna have to continue all of this somewhere. So let's see here. Yeah, 68, 68, Apollo 7, Apollo 8, Apollo 9, Apollo 10, Apollo 11. Well, they didn't talk about the Apollos that come after, but that's okay. So here we have a commemorative coin. Okay, that this comes with a $50. It made it all kind of convex on this side, like a big space helmet. That's kind of an interesting touch. You'd have trouble circulating a coin like this. Even this plastic container has to be concave to accommodate the coin. And on the other side, Mercury, Gemini, Apollo is a great big footstep. Ooh, that's beautifully enhanced looking thing there. Liberty and God we trust. But this seems to be, oh, this is a commemorative $50. Okay. And then the other coin in here is another Kennedy $50. Again, it's an uncirculated enhanced from the San Francisco Mint 2019. And look at that beautiful texturing they gave it. And there it is. Ooh, they made it shiny in parts of the eagle, and oh, that's really neat. Amazing stuff you can do. And that is a special 2019. And that's just commemorating, okay, this is 19, so 69, 79, 89, 99, 091. That's 50 years since the moon landing. So that's what this is doing. It's commemorating the 50th anniversary of the famous moon landing. And there we have it for everything through 2019.